Hello and welcome to another SVU live stream. I'm Coach Kev, joined today again by Mage. What's up, Mage?
Hey, Kev. How are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. We got some Overwatch on the lineup today. Going up against Texas A&M here in the opening match. Should be a good one here, Mage. I mean, these guys aren't ranked as high as our previous opponents, so it should be more of a closer match. Should be able to hold our own. And I think we're going to be started on Oasis. So last time we were on this map, it did not go well. But I'm hoping this is a closer matchup for us. We're up against A&M's gray team. So that should be a good matchup for us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Team SVU comes up with this. I've seen them practice. I've seen their communications. I've listened into their comms. And they have it pretty much down, I think. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen some good highlights from them. It's just a consistency and them, coming out ready to play here, not getting disheartened. This is going to be 2 matches today. They usually play 2 matches on Saturdays. So regardless of what happens in this first match, I want to see them going into the second match with a little more gusto than we saw last time, where they seemed a little bit disheartened after dropping the first match. Starting lineup for today is going to be Shadow. He's going to be playing tank. Then you got Slayer and Kyle bringing up the supports. And then you got Flaming Claymore and Samurai bringing up the DPS. So pretty solid lineup here for the Knights. And, we'll have to see if they can answer the question, Mage. The question is, can we destroy the Pharaoh Mercy? Will we see the Pharaoh Mercy? And if we do we have an answer for it? Because we haven't in the past.
Yeah, I know. The Pharaoh Mercy right now is just a hard combo to get through. Yeah. And unless you have that DPS to help get through the healing advantage, I don't think it's going to be a rough one. But I wouldn't be surprised if we try and go for a couple flanks onto that Mercy Pharaoh just to try and keep them occupied.
Yeah. We'll have to see what the Knights have for an answer, or if A&M will even play that. I'm not sure what they're bringing to the table here, but it is encouraging seeing their ranks, seeing that they're in our ballpark, so we should be able to, come up with a strategy regardless of what they do. And Oasis, if that is our opening map, which I believe it is, there's a lot of ways that you can counter that. It's going to be one of those control maps, which is what we seem to start with every single week. So it's going to be a race to the point, get on the point and defend it. Once you cap it, you got to hold it as long as you can, try to get 100%. Is going to be best of 3 maps as usual. So we'll see what happens. I kind of want to see what the answer was like champion-wise, because we saw Samurai switch into the Cassidy, and there was a little bit of success on it. But I want to see, if he's sticking with that, or if they're going to go with put him back on the May. Claymore obviously likes his 76, and we saw a lot of Reaper out of him, which Reaper is not the best at dealing with the Pharaoh Mercy, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. I think 76 would be an interesting pick here, I think.
Yeah, I think
he's just kind of your standard DPS who also happens to have a heal in his kit if he absolutely needs it.
Yeah, which you would hope he wouldn't really need it in a team environment, but you never know. That can come up clutch, can give you that extra little boost that your team needs. So
I would like to see a Doomfist here, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Hey, that'd be crazy. I'd be down for that. The new skin came out. I'd be down to see some Doomfist. We got beaten by Doomfist a few matches ago. That was not fun. Definitely in the right hands, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, no, and Doomfist has that burst damage that if need be, hey, just stick it on the Mercy or stick it on the Pharaoh. They're not going to be able to do much, especially if you can keep the Mercy down. Then she can't get her ult off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and speaking of ults, that is one of the big question marks we have for this SVU squad. Their ult usage has been questionable at times, sometimes even not using it at all. So I'd like to see them, coordinate those ults. I've seen good things, but more often than not, I've seen them kind of hold on to their ults, not use them, and at least, even if they do use them, not use them, effectively. So I'd like to see the ult usage be a little bit better here, and that's what I'm going to be looking for in these opening matches.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so it looks like we're still waiting on one of the players here from A&M. So we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Welcome to Oasis.
All right, we are back and we are jumping in here to Oasis. So, opening map here will be Oasis. Teams are just spawning in right now, loading up. A little bit of a delay there, but we should be almost ready to go here in just a second.
Follow my lead. I'll make sure this goes smoothly.
All right, and here we are. So, SVU gonna be here on team number 1. Oasis, like I said before, is one of those control maps, so it's gonna be the capture in the middle. It's a race to the cap. You know, you try to get there, try to see if you can get control, and then set up a defense accordingly. So Claymore is going to be on the 76. We kind of talked about that earlier. Christian, and we'll see what he's able to do. So A&M going to take up the high ground here, and that's good for them. They're going to push SVU back. SVU trying to get through this choke, trying to look for a pick, try to get something done. But Claymore actually going to find a little bit of another angle here. I like this move from him. Going to kind of try to stretch him out while the rest of his team moves in on the point. So SVU's down on the low ground, but they do have control here. It's going to be contested, but that means that A&M's going to have to jump down, and they will. So Samurai going to pick up the opening kill onto Winter Pyro on the Lucio, and that's a good kill. You want to kill the support quickly, and there we go. Claymore with another kill. So the Knights looking good here with the opening team fight win. Claymore with 3 kills, and the Knights looking fantastic here in the opening stages.
Yeah, no, Claymore looking amazing on Soldier 76, and I think I kind of called this at the beginning. It's like with Soldier 76 just having that consistent DPS potential that he has between his rockets and his gun.
Exactly. So that's what we wanted to see here from the Knights, getting out quickly. And like we said in the opening, this is going to be a closer matchup for them against this squad. So definitely great to see them performing on a match that's definitely winnable and one that they should be taking home. He's going to use the Ramacha, going to push these guys back. Shadow going in. He's going to get slept, but it's not going to do much. He's still doing a lot, look at all his damage, taking out 2. And the Knights looking fantastic here on the opening control. Going to get the CC down, push them back. You just have to keep it defended. Staggering those spawns is huge. The wall comes up, and it looks like Samurai is on the Mei. So we talked about that in the pregame. Going back onto the Mei. I like to see him on that. He had a little bit of success with the Cassidy, but he's back on his comfort pick, and we'll see what he can do with it.
Yeah, no, I love Mei's overall kit, just being able to have those ice walls and being able to get...
Yeah, exactly, this is exactly what we were just talking about. What a block off there. Should be able to isolate the tank. They can't quite bring him down. And you have Claymore over here trying to deal with the flank coming out from A&M. We're going to push up here. And this choke is not good for the enemy squad. They can't quite get through. Winter Pyro will pick up 1. Shadow will go down. And that's going to be the ultimate coming out from McLemmon. And they will take control. So they bend, they didn't break, and then all of a sudden they got those kills, and A&M just pushed right through the Knights. So good opening, 77% there, but now we're going to have to see a retake.
Yeah, no, that was a perfect all going there from Texas A&M, able to pick up 4 of our guys after a really good offensive position.
Yeah, so pushing up here, it's going to be 76 ult coming out. The aim assist is too strong. He's going to go in. Look at all that damage. 2 get killed right away. The supports are down. He should be able to push up. Bastion on the high ground shouldn't be too much of a threat, and that's going to be a lot of kills going over for the Knights. Unknown official pick up 1 for A&M, but the Knights wrestle back control and should be able to get this done. Finally pick up the Bastion kill, and that's looking great. And this could be a cap here. They're going to have to rush back, but the Knights should be able to secure this opening map.
No, perfect synergy coming from Team SVU. Just being able to keep the enemy guessing. Yep,
they're going to have to win one more little skirmish here. But the clock is ticking, so they're going to have to rush in. A&M's going to come in. There's the wall. That's going to delay it. 96, 97. It will be contested, so as long as they come down to this fight, if the Knights win it, they will take this first map. Pushing back. That's the ice block coming in. The good ult there from the Mei. Shadow's going to pick up a kill. The Knights just need to clean this up, and it looks like they will. Zui going nuts on the Baptiste. Shadow's going in. Ramacha versus Ramacha should be able to clean it up. They actually are dying. So I'm surprised there, Christian. I thought they had that one. Maybe they got a little greedy. I didn't quite see how they ended up losing that fight. There were some ultimates coming in. But yeah, just not able to hold on at 99%. So they will need to recapture this once again.
Oof. Yeah, I didn't see what happened there either, Kev. I think had to be some miscommunication there coming from the SVU squad there about who to target first.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was a little bit of spreading out of the DPS, but it looks like they will push up, and A&M trying to play that little ledge over there. Claymore putting on the damage. There's that healer we talked about in the pregame coming in for him. Not have to bother his healer, can do it all himself. The Knights just have to get a couple kills. There we go. That pick on the Bastion might be huge, but here comes the enemy squad. McLemmon is laying waste to the Knights, though, and the Knights are getting pushed back once again, and we're seeing this ult usage come out, and time again, it's our Achilles heel. Our ults are just not as valuable as the enemy ults, and we're going to have to rush back now. Now we're in the opposite situation that we were in a few minutes ago.
Yeah, no, McLemmon coming in and clutch again. That's twice that ult of his has come in handy.
All right, 90% clock is ticking. We need to just cap it. 1-win fight, and the Knights take this round. 1 loss, and they lose this round. All right, they're kind of a little bit spread out here. Looking for kind of a flank angle. There's a Tracer bouncing back. So McLemmon will pick up the kill on Kyle. Knights are pushing in, trying to find something. There's the lamp coming out. Here comes the window. Oh no, what a shot there from Unknown Fish. Will take out Claymore. That's the DPS down here for the Knights. The Knights are getting killed by one, and they will all go down. And in a surprising comeback, the Knights fall this opening map. I thought they had it, Christian. I really did.
Yeah, no, Knights were looking good at the start, but unfortunately they just kind of just broke down. They didn't get a chance. Knights communication just fell apart with everyone targeting different heroes than they need to instead of focusing on one. And
yeah, they're gonna be kicking themselves when they watch that VOD review. They had it. They had that fight, the one earlier, but you know. One missed ability or one really clutch ability from the enemy can turn these fights, and the Knights weren't able to clutch up there. So this isn't encouraging. This is encouraging though. As we said before, these teams are fairly evenly matched. So the Knights should be able to come back. Should be able to make this interesting. And we saw that with the 99%. One more very efficient skill, and we probably take that first round. So this is a best of 3 within a best of 3. Just reminding everybody about that. So we're still on Oasis here. It's just one of the different maps of it. Still control the middle. So, and look at this from A&M. They're always taking the high ground. Knights not really opting in to contest the high ground, kind of rather playing towards the middle here. So, interesting strategy. We'll see if it ends up paying off. But the Knights are getting pushed back here, and no opening kill yet. And finally, Flex will actually find Claymore. So, Shadow's going nuts here. Here comes the lamp coming down.
We see a Reaper.
Good
Texas
coming
bringing out a Reaper.
Yeah, I like Reaper.
Reaper is...
McLemmon, though, he is just dominating this tank matchup. He is going nuts. He has, all the kills, I feel like, on his team. And they got to find a way to deal with him.
Yeah, no, McLemmon coming in clutch for this Texas A&M
Oh, it's not looking good, Christian. This is the confidence you do not want your enemies to have. You come out strong and then lose a couple fights. And now look at the confidence of the enemy squad. They're able to just push up on us. They're getting formed up. They're playing together, and we need to regroup because we know that the mental of this team can falter. We've seen it in the past.
Yeah, definitely for sure. We've got Bautista's.
Ooh, was that a Kiriko? Oh, here we go. Okay, switching up. I like the switch. Definitely has some tools that we've been needing. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, Reaper just going to lay waste to Claymore. Zui has the anti-heal on himself. Shadow's still alive. You don't like to see your tank being the last one up, and he's in there by himself. He's going to have to die just to get back with his team. And look at this. They're going to stall out. This is smart by A&M. They're stalling out. They want to stagger that spawn as much as possible. Tick, tick, tick. Get all that percent eaten up. So, with some ults here coming out for the Knights, I'd like to see, as we talked in pregame, Christian, I want to see our ult usage, a little bit more effective than we've seen in the past.
Looks like we also have another switch. Looks like there's... Here
we go. We got the Ramatra ult. We got the May ult. We'll see what we end up doing. Actually, we're going to go up to the high ground. I like this decision. We should have been doing this from the start, but they will go down too quickly. Vlex coming in on the May, showing them how it's done and just slaughtering them, pushing them off the map. And this is, before we can even get in position of using ability, we're dead.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there.
Yeah, this is, I'm wondering, I don't like to speculate, Christian, but I'm wondering if we're already starting to feel that mental, start to waver. We gotta get focused here because we saw in the first round that we can shoot with these guys, but it seems like we're just getting disorganized, and now we're just getting picked off one by one from everywhere. Reaper's gonna pick up 2 with his ult, and Shadow will return 1, but that's the Ramatra ult, and for very little value.
Yeah, for sure. Again,
Kyle's in there beaming. Not going to do a lot, though. His ult's now down. So, that's a waste of ults. I mean, I guess they had to use them. They were going to lose anyway. But, not seeing the coordination that we'd like to see here on this map. And after the opening round, I was so encouraged, and then it just completely fell apart there on the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw this one coming. McLemmon on the Ramatra. This guy was a force to be reckoned with here. A little bit of a slow start for him, but once he found his groove, he would just go crazy with the shotgun hands. Just laying waste, team kill there. So we will be jumping into another map, and if anything, we might be going to King's Row.
You think so?
Well,
oh.
Hey, call me psychic, Christian. Call me psychic. I can see the future I just had a hunch. I don't know what it is. I had a hunch we were going to Kings Row, and there it is. So we'll see we play Kings Row every week. Okay, for you new viewers, we play Kings Row every week, and let's see what the Knights have prepared, because we haven't seen the Fair and Mercy. We have not seen it from A&M, which I'm encouraged by that, because we've lost to it every time, but we might have an answer for it. So maybe if they pull it out here, we'll see if we have an answer. Otherwise, I like the Knights' chances on Kings Row. I really do. They've been playing well. They've been increasing in skill every week, and we know that they can fight against these guys. We know they can shoot as well as the enemy. It's just come down to the coordination. Can they be coordinated as much as the enemy? And that's what I really want to see, because we haven't quite seen that yet. So
yeah, for sure. I think right now SVU has got to get out of their heads. Yeah. I think is a lot of the things right now. But SVU has got to get out of their head right now, Kev. They are not doing well, because after that first game, they completely fell apart during that second game, where they had a 99. They were basically there, and then and those team fights just were not there. Granted, yeah, we're kind of now on the home turf because these guys like Kings Row.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think I guess you could say, we just didn't have that second Oasis map, figured out, but I don't think that was the case. I think it was a coordination issue. And I agree with you. They got to get out of their heads. They got to refocus. You're a team. When the going gets tough, you guys got to come together and get stronger. You can't just be like, oh man, point fingers, play the blame game. So we'll see what the Knights end up doing here coming into Kings Row. We've seen admirable defenses. We've seen them push it all the way. Not doing it. We've seen them push it all the way before. So if they're able to do that again, we will, have to have a good defense. But they've come really close in the past, and we'll see what they end up doing here.
Yeah, we'll see which heroes come out for this next go around here, and see where we can go from there. Kyle on the
Mercy. So I like to see that. Claymore's back on the Torb. We got Zui on the Kiriko. Shadow on the Orisa. Okay. So we're mixing things up a little bit here. We even have the Bastion. Samurai. He loves his Bastion. So here we go. All right, starting out on defense. I think I like starting out on defense. I do. I think you kind of have a little bit of an advantage. Now, if they show up and they steamroll you and push it all the way, then it's like, oh man, that was unfortunate. But there's always hope, that you could do it on offense. So it's really hard when you start on offense and maybe if you don't push it all the way, you feel like, oh man, that wasn't so good. So I feel like you're usually encouraged after the defensive round if you go first. So here we go. A&M pushing through the choke. That's an early kill. Sweetslayer going down. The Widow finds one. Vlex pushing in. Bastion kills our Bastion. And Flaming Claymore is getting pushed back. And look at this. All of a sudden, we're just getting slaughtered right here. Because I don't know if it's us playing bad or them playing good, but after that opening round, I thought we had a lot of hope against this team. And then all of a sudden, they are just running us over instantly.
Yeah, I have no idea, Kev. This is like an entirely different team almost.
Yeah, so I don't know, look at this, like, unknown fish is popping off on the Widow, and that's going to be a problem. Obviously, if you get an early pick, your squad is just inherently going to be weak, and it's hard to hold the defense if you're losing a member really quickly, and then you have these long respawns, and before you know it, they're already pushing. So Shadow's going to try to hold this corner here, this little Diagon Alley situation here. He's going to throw in. Try to just hold this off by himself. Mercy's with him. Bastion's running away in tank form. Enemy Bastion, too scary. Flex going to pick up that kill. And the Knights are getting pushed back. They're getting pushed back slowly, though. Orisa holding her own here in the front line. Kiriko on her back, trying to keep her alive. Here we go on the Reaper. Claymore will be showing up with his famed Reaper. I do like the Reaper pick. I think he's good on it. But the Knights are getting pushed back and I said that, I think you're usually encouraged after the defensive round, but this is not looking good for the Knights. They need a stand. They need to hold them at least a little bit, win a fight here, gain some more confidence, and be ready to go to when they switch over to attack.
Yeah,
Here we go. Flank here set up by Claymore. All right.
Like I said, I like the pick for Claim. I was wondering when he was going to bring this pick.
We've seen it all like week after week. He's been good on this pick. But the problem is with the late switch, he's got to get that ult charge up. The ult can be so devastating. We've seen it time and time again with this guy. So he's got to get that ult charge up. Oh, he's going for the high ground. He's going for the angle here. Going to possibly try to drop down, but Lucio sniffs it out, and what a sleep coming in. He's going to have to back off. So unable to get anything done there. Ana a little bit too quick on the trigger, and oh my goodness, he is in the fight, which is where you want to be with shotguns, but he's not doing enough, and he's going to get run over by the tank once again. Vlex, he's not a tank he's a tanky, but he's a tank. He's actually a tank.
Yeah. Endeavor picking up 2, Interprobe picking up 1 there.
All right, we'll see what Samurai can do on his Bastion now. The Knights coming out, looking for something here. They got to slow him down. Still 5 minutes remaining on this push. It's going to be a tall ask to say that the Knights are going to have to push this as quickly as them. Because if you do push it all the way, you got to go to overtime. You only have a certain time remaining. Blah, blah, blah. So, good position. Look at this. Shadow going up. Swirly, swirly. There we go. Push him back. All right, he's going to try to back off, though, but Unknown Fish going to take him down. Did not get enough done with that ultimate from the Orisa. Unknown Fish picking up another, and our supports are now open to death, and they will go down as well. And like I said, we're not able to get this Reaper ult off fast enough. He's only at 68%. Can't quite get to 100%. They have to win a fight without it. And if they can, then maybe we can turn it with it. But there we go. Early kill onto Unknown Fish. There we go. This is what we want to see from the Reaper. Ana a little bit out of position here. But Vlex is too strong with the Bastion. Just going to mill everyone with the Gatling gun. And that's going to be a pretty quick capture there for A&M. And the Knights now are going to have to switch over to offense. And they have a tall mountain to climb here.
Yeah, I know. It was just a complete showing from Texas A&M.
Yeah, they had a strategy prepared, and they executed it well.
Yeah, no, that Ana is just making sure that SVU, when they try and go for the flank, cannot find it.
Yeah, and I really think the speed at which they captured the point was really a problem. Like it was almost like we didn't exist on the point. We got to put up a little bit more of a fight. They just kind of ran right through us. And we're sitting on the point, and then we kind of got disorganized once it was in the streets of Kings Row. We couldn't figure out where we wanted to hold. I thought Shadow was doing a good job trying to hold the corners there, and Zweeslayer was backing him up, but it just wasn't enough. We didn't have enough damage. We didn't have enough healing. We didn't have enough tankiness. We didn't have enough of anything. It seemed like we just got run over.
It's like, if I'm being completely honest here, Kev, it looks like Team SVU has never even played the game before, if I'm being completely honest with you here.
Well, I think that they got in their own heads. I do think that that's true. I think that they need to break out of it. Okay, you didn't do great on defense, but hey, this is offense. We got Shadow on the ball. He loves his character. We got Claymore back on 76. Let's go with some comfort picks here. Let's rush in there and make some problems. Here we go.
Lucio, so he's got the
slam. He's going to push him off the point. He's going to try to get something done, but look at the melting. Look at the focus fire coming in from A&M. They were prepared for that, and they just did not relent. So he did create some space, but that space is going to be picked back up. They do take down the Widow, which is nice, but not a lot gets done there, and the Knights getting pushed back to their base, so they're going to have to try again here.
Oof.
All right, going with the ball once again. We've seen this before. I think it was 3 attacks with ball, and then they switched it up to the Ramatra, and then they took the point. So this might be the strategy here for the Knights. I don't know what exactly that strategy is, but it worked one time. So I don't mind going with it. We're going back in with the ball. Here comes the healing out from the Ana. Going to try to heal up everybody before we make our push. They're moving up to the statue, trying to wait for a position. He went a little bit too fast. Here we go. Here comes Shadow. He's flying in. He's trying to get to the back line. He's going to knock them up. He's going to get some damage in. Now he has to survive. The anti-heal coming in is going to be huge, but that's a lot less focus fire, so way better coordinated fight here for the Knights. And we even get a second knock up there by Ball. So the Knights do get on the point, miss the sleep, which that's going to be unfortunate. Does try to get the grenade down, but that was a lot better coordinated of an attack. Still failed, but a lot more ult charge is going to go through on an attack like that than the first one. So I like the patience at the statue. I like them waiting until they're ready, wait for the right angle, and then go in together. And we saw how much less they could focus Shadow when that happened. He was alive for a long time. So now the Knights finally pushing them back, maybe into the street. Good position here by Claymore. Should be able to get some damage in, but that telephone booth is not enough cover, it looks like. And no other threats really to the enemy squad, so they're able to just surround him, take him out, and the Knights gets pushed back once again. So 2 minutes to go here. What adjustments do you think they got to make here, Christian, to get onto this point?
They've got to find a way to break the siege. They've got to be able to find the weak point in the defense, because right now that Texas A&M defense is just holding central right now.
And it might be these ult charges coming in now. We got 90% here, 80%. We do have the May ult, so it might be the ults that end up pushing it through. Now, you hate to have 5 ults in order to take just a point, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So Ball kind of being patient here, waiting for his ult. Might be able to get some damage in just to like get that going a little bit faster.
Getting two snipes.
Yeah, that Widow versus Widow matchup not going in our favor. So this is going to come down to these ultimates here. This is going to be one last, push here, and here we go. Ball's going in, flying high. He's going to probably drop his ultimate. Not sure. He's going to go around. There it is. So he's going to go in, try to deal with the enemy tank. He's going to zoom out at 40 HP. He has the anti-heal though, so he cannot get healed up. Here comes the May ult coming in, but all are dead here for the Knights, and just the Widow
picks up one there.
Picked up one, but that was our ults, and we were not able to really even make a dent in the enemy team. So the Knights are going to get pushed back here, only 45 seconds, and this is the team that is beatable. So they got to focus here. They got to get ready to go, and here we go. This is the aggression we want. Where has this been all game? They're flying in there. They're going crazy. Samurai's going to freeze them. He's touring around in a circle with his freeze gun, and the Knights are going to, this unprecedented aggression is going to push them off the point. This is what we should have been doing the whole time. Maybe the patience isn't the way to go. The Knights push them back, and it looks like they will be capping this point and getting ready to push the payload to the enemy base. All right, they got to hold them off for a little bit longer. May going to drop that wall. Here comes the Ramatra. He's going to knock him up. Maybe that's the ice block coming out from Samurai. He's going nuts. Samurai really popping off on the May right now. The freeze is just too much. He's hitting his shots, but he has to reload, and once he does, he cannot get anything done. So Claymore, unable to hit a snipe there, will go down. Zweez up by himself. Him and Ball against the world. The Ball ult comes out once again, but not going to be enough, and the Knights are desperately trying to hold on, desperately trying to cap this. They're so close. They're at like 92% rather. They just need to get that to 100 so they can start pushing and change the spawns, but they couldn't. So close there from the Knights. And why can't we see that push earlier?
Yeah, no, I don't know what SVU was thinking. Like, where was that at the if they would have had done that at the beginning of the game? Then yeah, but
McLemon once again coming out with the shotgun hands, just too tough. And look at, he just has no threat to him. Doesn't even take any damage. Just lays waste to the entire SVU squad by himself. Obviously his teammates helping him out, but not how it looks from his point of view, because he's moving forward. So, gotta say, Christian, kind of a great start to this best of 3, but then before you know it, we're out. They lost that opening map at 99%. One ability, I contend, one ability away from capping that at 100. And then it seems like our mental just went crazy. It seems like we just were not performing up to the capabilities that we've seen this team in the past. And then there at the end, they kind of showed a little bit of shining light, but it was a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. Yeah, no, like I said earlier, and not to offense anyone, but the way they were playing, it's like they've never even played with each other before, Kev.
Yeah.
It's like their communication entirely broke down.
It did. I think, yeah, because we saw the coordination early. We saw it. We saw them pushing in. They were holding the point. They were playing well, hitting their shots, and then all of a sudden, okay, yes, a disappointing loss, but you can't let that disappoint. It's a mini best of 3, right? So you lose the opening capture round. Okay, whatever. Like regroup, refocus, and get ready to capture the next one. And it seemed like we weren't ready to make that adjustment. And then all of a sudden they just rolled over. There was just, you could see the confidence, beaming from the enemy squad. And once they got that confidence, they just ran us over, and it was an easy 2-0 for A&M. So, yeah, and that's against a team, like we said, that team's definitely even, ranks with us. So,
yeah, no, that was definitely winnable there, Kev.
Definitely winnable. So definitely some adjustments we have to make here, and that could be part of the mentality. Is when you start losing these matches week after week, it kind of wears on your mental. Where it's like once you feel the loss, like once you lose that opening, capture, you kind of like. Even if you're not verbalizing it, in your mind, you're like, man, we're going to lose again. Like, oh, just like usual, we're going to lose. And it's like, that's not a mentality you can have. You cannot have that kind of loser's mentality. You got to be like, no, like that was just, hey, one more ability, we would have won that. Keep playing, stay positive. There's no time for pitying yourself in these moments, because you got to stay the course. You got to try your best. And so we want to see that adjustment. And this is the other hard thing. Now they got to jump into another best of 3 against another college. And we'll have to see if they're able to get back on track. And we're going to be up against Fort Lewis College here in a few moments. So we'll see what the Knights bring. We'll see if they can calm down, get their mental back and focused. And we'll be back with that here in just probably about 10 minutes. We'll be back with the next best of 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello and welcome back to match number 2. We got Fort Lewis coming up against our SVU Knights. We're going to start on Antarctica. So after that, disappointing best of 3, Christian, what do you think going into this one, how the Knights are gonna react?
SVU has to get out of their heads. There's no doubt about that. That was a show, Kev.
It was a show. It was a show that we watched, and there were some moments during that show. So we'll see. The Knights definitely got to bounce back, and I think they can do it. Like, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom before you can pull yourself out of it. So we'll have to see if that's the situation here for the Knights. But I definitely want to see what they can do here, and this is where they can prove us wrong, right? Like, yeah, we've been sitting here and we've been being like, hey, they're tilted, they're not playing well, blah blah blah. They can't recover. Once they start losing, they just lose forever. And this is the chance where they can come back. This is a completely new team, Fort Lewis, and they can come back and they can prove us wrong and really show up here. So they did make a sub. So we got Asher in as support for Zui. So he'll be on the Ana here. So we'll see what adjustments. What the reason for that adjustment is, and see if he can provide a little bit more than we did in the last game. So, because we saw once we went to the Kiriko, he really didn't have as much presence as he had, on the Baptiste. So while I think they needed the Kiriko, he just wasn't proficient on it. So maybe Asher can provide that proficiency if they need that pick later on.
Yeah, no. And they were just getting body blocked by the Asher, too.
Yeah, Mamba with the opening kill on Samurai. Samurai back on the Mei. I like that pick. Shadow doing well here. Ramattra versus Ramattra. I feel like we're going to see this for a lot these days. So we'll see what he's able to do. Pushing up, trying to get control over this point. The Knights doing well here. Not dying too much right now. Going to get pulled back there on the Moira. Here we go. Samurai with a 1v1 versus the Reaper. He's going to push him back. Good job by him. Kyle on his Moira, pushing up, beaming him. Alright, so the Knights in good position, but the problem is they're not on the point. So, while this fight, kind of is going okay, they're not really losing it necessarily. They're not really winning it either. So we need a moment, we need a kill, and that's going to be Asher going down actually to the Reaper. So, the Fort Lewis actually finds the kill here to break up this kind of stalemate. But we need one here. There's good ult charge, and we're seeing the ult come through for 76, but that wall's a little bit late. 76 couldn't get out of there in time, because that might have been the ult we needed to push them off the point. So Ramattra going to try to do what he can. Shadow pushing up with his ultimate ready. See what they can do here. Okay, so we have Asher also with the Ana ult. They might do like a 76 thing. Here he comes. Going to look for possibly a flank. The Knights not able to get as many kills as you would want. Need to get a pick here so they can push up. Here we go. All right, Mei ult coming out right now, and there's a 76 ult. Kind of a weird combination because they're frozen. I don't know why you need auto aim, but he's going to use it anyway. He's going to take down the Bastion. That's 2 kills for him, and that's going to be the push that the Knights needed. Can they finish off the squad here? That's 3 kills coming over for the Knights, a 77% for the enemies, and that's a lot of ults used, but it looks like they should be able to capture it. Yes, they will take down the Ramattra, and it's just a Baptiste left. They will take him down. So the Knights do wrestle back control, 86% here for Fort Lewis, but the Knights looking good here now, have control. They had to use pretty much every single ultimate to their name, but that's the coordination we've been wanting to see, so I'm glad we saw it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a coordination that even in Game 1, that's what they had. Now, if they can just keep that going, keep that communication going, and just being able to hold now is going to be the key.
Yep, they got to get their ult charge back up as fast as possible because they are definitely on the back foot here with no ults up or available or even close. So all this damage matters. The longer they can hold the enemy squad, it all matters. They will just be charging up, and that kill is huge. Ramattra goes down. The enemy Ramattra is slain. So, but here comes the Reaper ult. He's actually going to kill 2 by himself, and he's going to pick up 3 as well. So it's just Asher here on the high ground trying to do what he can. Ana has a sniper rifle, but doesn't do much damage. He's going to try to punch him in the face. That's not going to do much against 2 shotguns, and he'll go down as well. So we're seeing just the Reaper ult come in there for Fort Lewis, and they will take the point with that. So they did get decent ult charge, the Knights did, but not enough. They really wanted to get a second rotation in before it got recaptured, but they just didn't have the firepower to hold them back.
Yeah, no, now they gotta hurry and book it.
Yeah, I thought that early Ramattra kill was going to be huge, but it ended up not being as big as it could have been, and that's going to be objective failed here for the Knights. So round 1 in this mini best of 3 goes over to Fort Lewis. So we'll see what happens here. If the Knights, surely they don't mental boom after that, right? They played well. That was good. They had their ult. They just couldn't get their ults back up. So I don't think we're going to be in a similar situation where they just fall off a cliff like we saw in the last matchup. But you never know, Christian. These guys seem to be a little bit volatile, a little bit snowbally with their mentality.
Yeah, no, it's either they're all on the same page or they're completely on different pages. So I have no idea what's going on there, Kev.
Actually, Samurai going to switch to the 76, and that allows Claymore to open up his Reaper pick, which I like this adjustment here. Haven't seen Samurai on the 76 before, but it's not like it's that complicated. Just shoot them. So we'll see what happens here. Asher's still rocking the Ana. Shadow on the Ramatra going to be pushing up here. I thought they played well in that opening map. Just a little bit slow on the ult charges. All right, getting some good damage in. A little poking back and forth. Ooh, almost a kill there. Big sleep coming out from the enemy Ana. Asher unable to pick up that kill, unable to hit his own sleep. Shadow pushing up. Ramatra versus Ramatra. Shield versus shield. There goes the Bastion in the middle, and we're going to start capping. So Shadow's down on the point capping. Here comes the enemy Reaper. Alright, so Claymore has actually picked up a kill on Mamba. That's a huge opening kill here for the Knights. They're going to actually try to sleep this guy, push him back off the point. Shadow doing a great job holding on to this. So it's still contested at 50%, but the Knights doing well, picking up kill after kill. That's 2 kills now over to them, 0 for the enemy.
That sleep coming in clutch yet again.
Oh, they finally take down Samurai. Samurai on 76. I'm kind of liking that pick from him. I hope to see more of that. Alright, Shadow's still doing well. He's just chilling on here, doing what he can, doing the damage, getting some ult charge here or there, poking away. Mamba, though, going to pick up the kill on Reaper, and I think with 2 dead, they should have been able to do more. The Knights were unable to push off the 3 remaining. So now it looks like the Fort Lewis is making their move. There's 2 kills. There's 3 kills. They're pushing in 4 kills. Samurai goes down. It's just up to Shadow, and he will go down as well. So that's a team wipe there, and going to have to be respawned in. So the patience coming out from Fort Lewis is impressive. I think the Knights, have the mechanics to get a couple of those picks, but unable to really bully the enemy squad off while those respawns are happening.
Yeah, no. Now that everyone should have all. Reaper's on 80%, 76 is on 72, so we've got both supports having their ults available.
Yeah, we got Ana and Ramatra ult, so we'll see what happens here. But that's an easy kill. They're coming in. Claymore goes down, and there's the Mamba once again killing out Asher, but Shadow's going nuts, picks up 2 during his ultimate 3, so he's just going ham right now. Kills 3, and 4th picked up by Samurai. So the Knights will capture the point here, and that's what we want to see from our tank player. Shadow X coming in huge with a fantastic ultimate. See what defense the Knights decide to go with here. See what they can set up. We know that they're coming through that top corridor over and over and over again. So we'll see what they're able to do. It looks like Asher might be trying to get some high ground. Might be trying to get a position here. Reaper with 93%. This could be huge. If Claymore can get his ult and find the angle, this might be, a huge amount of percent that we gain here. Oh, he's going in onto the Bastion. Can't quite finish the kill, though. Does get the ult charge, but he gets melted. So, good try there, but the healing was just too much out of Fort Lewis. Asher trying to keep Shadow alive. Shadow's backing up. He's getting surrounded. He has no friends. It's just Asher from far away, and he will die. Ana versus Ana. This is always a fun one to watch, but they will both run away. Typical.
Again, I think there's just a slight miscommunication going on there, Kev.
Yeah, we do have the Reaper ult now, so we should be able to get something big here, but if it fails, this is devastation for the Knights. So it's all in Claymore's hands, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, you've got Reaper, and then you also have 76. 76's ult is ready to go, so even if Reaper can't get the kill, as long as he can put damage into the enemy team, then 76 should be able to ult to clean it up.
That's true. We'll have to see what he decides to do. He's looking for an angle, looking for a flank, looking to be sneaky, but that's not sneaky. The tank is right there. But Samurai pops his ult early, trying to draw him off. He's going to take down Reaper, and then that opens up the flank angle for our Reapers. This is fantastic use of Samurai's ult. He's going to draw all their fire, and that allows Claymore to find this angle. Can he take down Mamba? Oh, yeah. Mamba running back with the Mercy. He's going to try to teleport up here. It's a little bit too slow, but the Knights do have control of this area. Going to take down one final member, and they will wrestle back control. They didn't even need the Reaper ult. So while 99% is for the enemy, we still have this Reaper ult. That's still a valuable tool that can be used. So
A great ult there from 76, forcing the enemy back to back off and focus him.
All right, Reaper looking for an angle here. The game rides in his hands. If he can get a big ult, it could just turn this whole one, and the Knights could take one from Fort Lewis. That's the enemy Reaper though, popping his ult quicker, taking down 2. Now we're in an awkward situation where we have to pop it, and here we go. There it is. Here comes the Reaper. He'll kill him, possibly 1, maybe get the 2nd. Yes, to clean up 2. The Ramatra ult on top of it is enough to take down 2. The Knights are going back and forth. He actually takes down Mamba as well. The revive coming out from the enemy Mercy. Claymore at 12 HP, still going strong.
Finally goes down after going on a 5 kill spree.
Mercy doing a little bit too much healing though for the enemy. Samurai ends up dying to nothing, and that's going to be defeat here. So very close. I like the try. I like the ultimate usage. Just a little bit, came up a little bit short there on the 2nd round.
Yeah, no, I think he needed to pull that trigger.
Oh, Shadow X winning the most valuable play right here. And I agree, this play was huge. And we were watching the other people on our team earlier than this, and while they were doing random stuff, Shadow was just going nuts. He's just killing them all by himself. Very balanced character here, Ramatra. So yeah, I want to see more of that, and I think that the Knights are definitely holding their own against these guys. I think we're going to King's Row though. I have a feeling, Christian. My psychic tendencies are.
I don't know, Kev. Kings Row wasn't too well for them in the last go around.
That's true. They really shouldn't go there. If there is any strategy happening at all, I think that's the last place we want to go.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, we're more comfortable on Kings Row, but how did we got 0-2 swept on Kings Row, and Kings Row is supposed to be the home court advantage. I think here, if any, they pull out a.
I told you, Christian. I'm a little psychic. If you didn't know that about me, fun fact. So we are back on King's Row, and
I don't like this pick though, Kev. If I'm being completely honest,
we have our most experience on this map, so surely we have something. We gotta have something. And I think I actually was encouraged by the end of our King's Row match. I think they did take that point. They had some gusto there. And if we start out with the gusto, I'm not seeing the same mental boom that we saw in the last one. I'm not. They were still playing well till the end of that Antarctica series. So I think that that's encouraging here for the Knights. I think that if they can continue to be playing loose, play loose, play happy, play positive, do your best. This is competition. This isn't time to get upset or get tilted. This is time to perform. So do whatever you can to keep your mental in shape so that you can be out there putting your best foot forward, and that's what the Knights are doing. And so I'm hoping to see that continue here on the King's Row. Maybe they can make a statement.
Maybe, but I don't know, Kev. This is going to be... It's going to be rough, Kev, I think.
There's that possibility. There's always that. I think we're starting on offense as well. So, yeah, we are going to be loading up here. I'm curious to see what adjustments we make. We've seen the ball coming out for Shadow, but it's hard for me to want to see him on that when his Ramatra is just so good. Like, I feel like having the Ramatra ult pretty much wins you the point. So I feel like he has to just be on that from the start to start charging the ult. I don't think going ball is adding any value. I think he has to just start on the Ramatra and go from there.
Yeah, no, I don't see how this is going to work here, Kev.
All right, we're going with Symmetra, more... And here we go. This is exactly what I want to see from Shadow. So he's making the adjustment. He's swallowing what he wants to do. He's not going, hey, I want to play ball no matter what. I know he loves that pick, but I think he's just performing too well on the Ramatra to give it up. So
Asher on the...
Claymore on the Cassidy. I like this. Yeah, we got the Mercy to our name. Symmetra. Okay, so we got a little bit of variety here moving in. Let's see if this ends up paying off. All right, here goes Claymore. He's looking for a couple headshots here. Misses all of them. He's going to back off, though. Don't want to see any early picks going off to the enemy.
No, he's
good job here. Reaper coming out pretty aggressively, unable to pick up that kill. The Knights poking him.
Getting just... hard busted there.
Yeah, Knights just need to find one kill, need to slowly move up. All right, here comes the teleporter coming out, and it looks like Shadow is in a little bit too deep. He will go down. So they do pick up Mamba on the back end, though. Mamba's turret picks up Claymore as well, though. So a little bit of a trade there. So the Knights do get pushed back here on offense.
I know Asher being on the Mercy is definitely a nice little help there, because Mercy just has that consistent heal that she can just switch on and off. Mamba picking up Claymore there, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, Mamba picking up that one. Asher's going to revive him. Looks like they're going to try to play the hotel, moving up into the building. Almost killed the Reaper there. That would have been huge. But the Knights need a kill here. No kills yet. They got to get something to open up a window. They're going to go with the teleporter onto the point. I like this idea. Will it pay off? Claymore's going to get bounced up in the air. He's going to try to throw his grenade. He's going to get slammed down. Sigma taking out 2. So the Knights had an interesting strategy there. I don't mind the idea. Execution didn't really pan out the way they wanted. And no members lost here in the end for Fort Lewis.
No, Fort Lewis just holding that defensive charge there.
Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We have the Ana ult. Who will he decide to use it on? Where's our Ramatra ult? I want to see the charge on that. 80%. He's getting close.
You have Mercy ult too available as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Oh, there comes a boulder. Hits him right in the face. Alright, Shadow just poking away. 91%, looking for that moment. So Knights just aren't able to get anything done. Samurai gonna go down again, trying to run the Pharah, trying to use the combo that's always used against us, a Pharah Mercy, but unable to do so. Here we go. The Ramatra ult is available. We'll see if he can find a moment. There's another boulder to the face. The boulder laying down the punishment right now. Gonna get revived up by Asher, but I don't know how much he's gonna be able to do. He's got to wait for a couple respawns here. Here comes Claymore. Has the Cassidy ult. Oh, here we go. Samurai gonna apply some pressure. Can he stay alive though? No, there's a turret right there. Great turret placement. They did not see that one in time, because I think if Samurai could survive up there for a little bit, that's a huge window. Here we go. A lot of ultimates being used here. Getting pushed up. Shadow's going into the sky, trying to take down somebody, but Reaper picks up 2 with his ult and ends up picking up 3. And the pair is just popping off on the Reaper. Just killing everybody here for the Knights. The Knights got to find a way in through this choke. They can't even approach the point. Possibly a revive here coming in for Claymore. See if he can find an angle for his ult.
Claymore is just not finding anything. I don't know. I don't think Claymore has ever played.
This Reaper. Oh, so close. Couldn't quite get him. Missed a headshot there. He hit one. If he hit another one, it would have been a huge kill. That Reaper has been laying havoc. And okay, we're back on the ball. So we did use the Ramatra ult just enough to get the ball. Here we go. But that is going to be the Symmetra ult just countering it. So Claymore not able to do anything with his ult there. And he's going to die as well. So good try there from the Knights. I like kind of switching up. You know, they went back to the ball after using the Ramatra ult, but it's just not enough. The Reaper just has... We have no answer for this Reaper. He's always in our backline. He's always causing destruction. Here we go. Samurai coming in. He's going to use the Rockets. Rockets make... There we go. Takes down Mamba. Good job by him, but dies to the Mercy. So he will go down, but here we go. Claymore back on the 76, pushing in. Shadow's going to pick up the Mercy, so that's the healer down here for Fort Lewis. It's Shadow and it's Claymore. They're looking for some kills. They're looking for some possibilities, but he's getting surrounded. He's running around like a madman, and he will go down as well. Reaper ends up ulting again, so that's going to be Reaper just laying waste to our team, and they do not have an answer for it.
Score.
No, his Reaper is just is just amazing.
Yeah, so now we're going to have to see what the Knights decide to do on defense, because now they have to hold indefinitely, right? They have to hold this entire first point if they want to push this to 3 matches. Otherwise, we're going home. So let's see what they decide to do here. We've seen them every week, like I said, twice a week, every week, we're playing on this map. So we should have a strategy here. There's no Pharah Mercy in sight, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Let's just see if we can find a hold here. We're going back on the Ana. There's a Torb for Claymore, and Symmetra still going on for Samurai. And now the Ana is on Kyle. So Interesting decisions here. Putting Asher onto the Mercy. They're kind of. I feel like the supports here for the Knights kind of switch their picks a lot. There's not like a designated Mercy player or Ana player or Kiriko player. They're always just switching around. Like somebody will play this, and then somebody else will play the same thing. And it's like I feel like there needs to be a little bit more, decisions being made. Like, hey, this is your guy. When we want a Mercy, you're playing it. Maybe they're just having not success or they're just not feeling it right now, so making those adjustments. But we'll see if they pay off.
I definitely think there's a lot of indecisiveness among the team about who's playing who and who's playing what when.
I saw a Widow shot. We saw the Widow in the last match just lay havoc. Here we go. Here's the Reaper. Can we surround him? He's going to come in, try to get some pressure, but he's going to immediately phase out. So that's a good job by the Nets repelling that one. Turret's in a good position. Reaper's coming back. He does not have his shadow form. They should be able to get this kill. Can Torb hit his shots? Yes, he can. Huge kill there for Torb. Good job by Claymore picking up that kill, and that should thwart this attack coming in. Samurai going to pick up the kill on Mercy as well. So this is a great job from the Knights opening on with this defense, and they only got 3 minutes to go. So if they can keep holding this for 3 minutes, we could have an overtime situation. So I'm liking this.
Yeah, it looks like we're also on the Baptiste, too.
So we're going to be pushing up. Here comes Samurai. See what he can do. He's going to charge up the little ball thing. Knights taking this backward angle. Letting them through the initial choke, but then trying to hold through this building. Here comes the Bastion with the tank form. Knights trying to hold this. Claymore doing all he can. The little dwarf dude, 30 HP, coming back for some healing. That's going to be a Mamba kill. So Samurai with a couple kills to his name, doing well. Claymore going to kill the Moira. So this is a good job by the Knights. They're hitting their shots. They're doing well here. So they're pushing back the enemy forces. Fort Lewis is at a loss right now, and the Knights finally looking good.
Yeah, no, it looks like the team is finally warmed up. Or is finally woken up in all of this.
Yeah, he's actually going to take a sleep in the butt. So that one will knock him down for a second, but he's going to get back up, start shooting, and no, he will go down. Claymore's down. Junkrat is here. The Reaper has switched to Junkrat.
Junkrat is another one of those that's just...
A lot of kills coming in.
Yeah, a lot of ults going off for their team.
Shadow trying to counter with his ult, but just not doing enough, and it looks like that will be enough. The Junkrat switch was what they needed. That AoE shooting it through the building, just a little bit too much damage for the Knights, and before you can blink, it's over. They only had to capture a third of that point, and they did so. So the Knights going to fall this one 0-2.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there, Kev.
Here we go, the final play. And you see those grenades just flying in. They're pushing the Knights back, and then he gets the knock up there. He's going to take out the Mercy first and then just clean up the rest of them. So, great job there. Great play from Fort Lewis. And yeah, overall, the Knights had some good moments. I think their mental is definitely better there at the end. But I want to see that happen, in the first round when we were up against those guys that were lower rank. I think we could have beaten them, but we got run over, and that's something they're going to have to adjust moving on to the next week.
Yeah, definitely for sure there, Kev. And hopefully we do have spring break coming up, so hopefully with that coming up, all of the players will be able to get a good refresh in and be able to come back with a better mentality.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right, so that's gonna be all for us tonight. Today rather. We will we'll try to. I think we'll be back next Saturday. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with the spring break. We'll let you guys know. But other than that, we will have more Overwatch. We'll definitely have some more Valorant coming up as well, and some more League of Legends. So, and some Halo next week as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all the streams. You get all the notifications, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thanks, guys.